So like I said earlier, like I said earlier, this session is going to be packed. So get your pens and papers ready, ladies. So today's topic is the topic for today, session 9, is blockchain and smart contracts revolutionizing traditional legal agreements. And we have no other than Oyetola Muyiwa Atoyebi San, the managing partner Omaplex Law Firm, who is represented in his absence by Mrs. Lillian. So briefly, we're going to look at getting some info about our speaker for today. And from what I have here with me, Mr. Oyetola Muyiwa Atoyebi San is an exceptional technology lawyer and thought leader with over a decade's worth of experience in legal practice and technology. He has facilitated numerous transactions and given countless legal opinions as regards tech in Nigeria. His outstanding performance has attracted international recognitions and awards. He is the youngest lawyer in Nigeria's history to be confirmed with the highly converted rank of Senior Advocate of Nigeria. He is the managing partner of Omaplex Law Firm, an established law firm driven by technology innovation as an expert in emerging areas of law practice. He has core competence in information technology, cybersecurity, intellectual property, fintech, robotics, and artificial intelligence. He is described to be the go-to person when it comes to issues around tech. Wow. The learned silk is best characterized as a diligent, resourceful, and yet humble individual who is revered for his highly analytical and pragmatic approach to solving legal problems, as well as an unwavering commitment to achieving clients' goals. Indeed, his hard work and dedication to his clients set him apart. And beyond his interest in law, he is said to be an avid golfer and a tech enthusiast. As you can see from his profile, he's really a techie kind of person. So, in his absence, we will be calling on Mrs. Lillian to please take us through today's topic. Madam Deborah?
Um, Good afternoon, everyone.
Good
I am
afternoon, ma'am.
Lillian Echo. I'm Lillian Echo Associates with Omaplex Law Firm, and I will be representing my boss, the learned Sid, who is unavoidably absent today. So we're going to be
Thank you very much,
discussing
Lillian.
topic short.
Welcome. The floor is all
Thank
yours.
Okay. On screen. So I'll be sharing the screen now, so everyone will follow me as I am presenting. Mhm. Okay, so on the topic, blockchain and smart contract revolutionizing traditional legal agreements. So, an overview of blockchain technology and smart contracts. So, I'll just give a brief introduction. The emergence of blockchain technology has sparked a revolution across various sectors, and the legal field is no exception. Blockchain is a decentralized digital ledger system which allows for secure, transparent, and tamper-proof transactions without the need for intermediaries. One of its most exciting applications is the development of smart contracts, which are self-executing agreements where the terms of the contract are directly written into code. This contract automatically executes once certain conditions are met, transforming traditional legal agreements into more efficient, cost-effective, and transparent process. As we go further, I will give some examples on the other parts of the slide. The importance of understanding how blockchain and smart contracts apply to legal agreement cannot be overstated, especially in developing countries like Nigeria. As Nigeria continues to grow economically, modernizing its legal infrastructure, it's crucial to facilitate, reduce corruption, and improve public trust in the system. So let's go. So what do blockchain offer? Blockchain technology offers a powerful tool to address the many challenges associated with traditional legal agreements, such as lengthy contract execution time, fraudulent practices. You know that a lot of frauds happen these days. Anything online, most time people just capitalize on it to do fraud. But with the advent of this blockchain, you can see it reduces the fraud in Nigeria. So it helps to reduce fraudulent practices and a lack of transparency. With smart contracts, legal processes can be automated and trust can be established through technology rather than relying on human intermediaries, creating a more secure and transparent legal environment. This article seeks to explore the potentials of these technologies to revolutionize traditional legal agreements. So let me just go to the next one. So what is blockchain? Blockchain technology is a decentralized and distributed digital ledger system that records transactions across multiple computers in such a way that the registered transactions cannot be altered retroactively. That's if for lawyers, most times we use retrospectively. So most times it's when if a law is given today, the previous ones cannot hold, so you can't try someone retrospectively. So this one retroactively. So when something that was not in place when the rule was given, the person cannot be affected by it. So that's what is retroactively. Each transaction is grouped together in a block, which is linked to the previous block, forming a chain, hence the name blockchain. This structure ensures that data is secure, transparent, and immutable, as altering any block will require changes to all subsequent blocks, which is practically impossible without the consensus of the network. Blockchain operates on a peer-to-peer network where each participant holds a copy of the ledger, ensuring that no single entity has full control over the data. The consensus mechanism, such as proof of work or proof of stake, are employed to validate transactions and ensure their legitimacy, thus creating a system where participants can transact directly without the need of intermediaries. The key features that make blockchain technology revolutionary are decentralization, transparency, security, and immutability. Decentralization eliminates the need for trusted third parties like banks, which reduces costs and speeds up transactions. Transparency is built into the system as each transaction is recorded and can be verified by all participants, making it impossible for any participant to manipulate the data without detection. Security is achieved through cryptographic algorithms, ensuring that data remains safe from unauthorized access or fraud. Immutability ensures that once data is added to the blockchain, it cannot be changed or tampered with, making it a highly reliable and trustworthy system. These attributes make blockchain particularly well suited for applications in industries such as finance, healthcare, and legal agreements, where trust, transparency, and security are paramount. I don't know if any of you is into this crypto and this whole cryptocurrency. Most times most of them use this blockchain system. So I noticed that if you want to register in such apps, you have a lot of code that you have to impute, which make your data so safe. So if you miss one of them, you can't even log in, or you can't access your data again. So that is exactly how blockchain works. So what are smart contracts? Smart contracts are self-executing contracts where the terms of the agreement are directly written into lines of computer code. Unlike traditional contracts, they require a third party, such as a lawyer or a notary public, to enforce and validate the agreement. Smart contract automatically execute the terms of the contract once predefined conditions are met. So basically, most times we see it in some of these apps. Before you are able to do anything, they ask you questions and you are supposed to read a terms and condition. And when you click on it, it's admitted that okay, you've granted them access and you have consented to whatever you want to do. So that's just basically how the smart contract are. So everything is recorded. For example, in a smart contract for a financial transaction, the agreement could stipulate that once a buyer makes a payment, the ownership of goods is automatically transferred to the buyer without any intermediary. These contracts are stored and run on blockchain platforms, ensuring that once executed, they are transparent, immutable, and tamper-proof, just like the blockchain itself. So most times, like intermediaries, there's a lot of issues, data issues, and sometimes they lost, should I say, the documents. But using the blockchain, everything is safe. And once you've adhered to the terms and conditions they give, you are sure that your data is protected. So that's how smart contracts work. One of the primary benefits of smart contracts is their ability to remove intermediaries, which streamlines the execution of legal agreements and reduces associated costs and delays. Because the code runs automatically, there is no need for a middleman to oversee the process or verify compliance. This is not only this not only enhances efficiency, but also increases the security of transactions, as all participants can independently verify the contract terms and executions. Additionally, smart contracts offer a high degree of customization and can be designed to execute a wide range of actions, from financial transfers to triggering physical actions in IoT devices. With their self-enforcing nature and the secure, transparent environment provided by blockchain, smart contracts offer a promising alternative to traditional legal agreements. The traditional legal processes often involve extensive paperwork, physical meetings, and reliance on intermediaries such as lawyers, notaries, and government officials, which can slow down the execution of contracts. Process is particularly evident in property transaction, business agreements, and governmental procedures, where lengthy approval times, bureaucratic hurdles, and human error can lead to delays or even disputes. Additionally, Nigeria's legal system, while rooted in common law, has faced challenges such as inconsistent enforcement of agreement, corruption, and an overburdened judiciary, which further compounds the difficulties in executing and honoring legal contracts. So I think this particular part is self-explanatory. Most times we see how documents are missing, fraud here and there, corruption. But if everything was guided by the blockchain and it's online, you just need some set of code to give you all the data you imputed and all the records you need. I mean, to be less trouble and will not come and hear that snake ate document or so. So that's what the smart contract is all about. The advent of smart contract has significantly automated the contract execution process between contracting parties, and the utilization of cryptographic technology such as blockchain has made commercial transactions more fluid and promptly accessible to the parties. Smart contracts are self-executing, self-generated with automated enforcing mechanisms, which has the potential to outpace conventional written contracts as they possess lexical ambiguities. Contemporary contracts rely on intermediaries such as judiciary, lawyers, and third-party beneficiaries for enforcement purposes, and solely dwell on the statutory common law principles of contract, which include the involvement of offer, acceptance, and consideration. On the contrary, smart contract automates those principles or at least expedites the fundamentals of contract law. So real world application and benefits of smart contract. Blockchain technology and smart contract have significant potentials to address several key challenges in legal space, particularly in sectors where transparency, security, and efficiency are critical. One of the most promising applications is in the real estate sector, where land registry and property transactions are often marred by fraud, mismanagement, and dispute over ownership. Most times you find situations where five people owns one land. Why? Because the data is not protected well. Someone has bought it and they gave him a physical record. The other person, they imputed the record. Then you find five buyers on one land. But when you have a tight system, that's this blockchain, where you know that this code is just for one person, and if it changes, it scatters the whole process. So it's very hard for you to actually tamper with the blockchain security system, which is very good for contracts like real estate. It reduces the aspect of fraud, corruption, or mismanagement, and also disputes in courts. So blockchain can provide a secure and immutable record of land titles, reducing the risk of fraudulent sales and ownership disputes, just like I said. With smart contracts, property transfers can be automated, ensuring that once conditions are met, such as payments, the ownership rights are automatically transferred to the buyer without needing manual intervention or verification by third parties. This could make property transactions faster, more transparent, and cost-effective, benefiting both individuals and businesses. In addition to real estate, blockchain and smart contracts have applications in government services and financial services. For example, blockchain could streamline the management of public records, such as birth certificates, voter registration, and national identification, ensuring that data is secure and tamper-proof. Most times, what is for the voters card, and like most times, even these birth certificates, you find out that if someone lost their physical copy, there is no data for you. You have to be doing affidavit and all. But if the system has, if the government officials or the government, the people in charge of this whole database for the Nigerians and the citizens, use this online, this blockchain, you're sure that your database is safeguarded. And it's not just by imputing your name. In the blockchain, they work more with codes. So it's not something someone can think. If you don't give them, or if they don't have records like that, they can't impute you, or they can't tamper with your data. Most times people try to change information on the voters registration or NIN. But using the tight blockchain system, which make use of code and other means different from the normal database procedure, your data is safeguarded and they will not complain of mismanagement or, shall I say, loss of your data, your information that you gave. So it's the best for voter registration, the national identification, and other documents or database that we have as citizens in the country. In the financial sector, blockchain can enhance the speed and security of remittances. These real-world applications have the potential to not only modernize Nigeria's infrastructure, but also boost its economic development by creating more transparent, secure, and efficient system across key sectors. Despite the promising potential of blockchain and smart, so we have obviously there are challenges and barriers to the use of smart contracts. So I'll be stating few. So despite the promising potential of blockchain and smart contracts in Nigeria, There are several significant challenges and barriers to their widespread adoption. One of the primary obstacles is the lack of a clear legal and regulatory framework to govern blockchain technology and smart contracts, leading to uncertainty among businesses and individuals about their legality and enforceability. So we really have no law on blockchain technology. So it's actually a barrier to the enforceability of blockchain in Nigeria. Additionally, technological and infrastructure limitations such as unreliable internet access, low digital literacy. Obviously, this if the Nigerian system wants to employ the use of blockchain, we have to do massive education and knowledge about what it is because it's quite technical and we have to understand it properly before we venture into it. So um I'm sure that's the reason why we've not really gone into it because most people don't even know about it. Most people don't know about blockchain. It's only people in the tech world most times, or if you deal with cryptocurrencies and all those parts where you make use of such systems, the blockchain system. So those are one of the challenges. So we have low digital literacy and limited access to modern technology in rural areas. So those things make it difficult for many Nigerians to fully embrace these innovations. There is also resistance from lawyers who may view blockchain and smart contracts as a threat to their established practices, creating a reluctance to integrate these technologies into the legal system. Lastly, while blockchain is secure, there are concerns about cyber security risk and fraud associated with improperly implemented smart contracts, which could undermine trust in the system if not carefully managed. These challenges must be addressed through education, regulatory clarity, and improved infrastructure to fully realize the benefits of blockchain in Nigeria. So, in conclusion, blockchain technology and smart contracts present a transformative opportunity to revolutionize Nigerians' traditional legal agreement, offering solutions to many of the inefficiencies which are fraud and delays that currently plague the system. By providing secure, transparent, and automated processes, these innovations can enhance trust, reduce costs, and streamline legal transactions across various sectors, from real estate to government services. However, to fully harness into its potentials, Nigeria must overcome challenges such as regulatory uncertainty, technological limitation, and resistance from lawyers. With the right infrastructure, legal framework, and educational initiatives in place, blockchain and smart contracts could not only modernize Nigeria's legal sector, but also promote greater economic development and inclusivity. The future of Nigeria's legal system would very well depend on embracing these technologies, paving the way for a more efficient and transparent, fair society. So that's all I have. So questions can come. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mrs. Lillian. That was an impactful session. Thank you so much. In fact, I hope we have taken notes and we have tons of questions. So now I think the question and answer session is going to begin. So if you have any questions, kindly raise up your hands. All right, Odun Ayo, you can go ahead with your question for Mrs. Lillian.
All right, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Odun Dayo. You
Good
can go ahead
afternoon.
with your question. Good
Yeah.
afternoon.
Thank you, Ms. Lillian, for that wonderful presentation. So, my question is in drafting contracts such as tenancy agreements, since she highlighted the importance of blockchain and smart contracts in the real estate sector. So, my question is how do you properly utilize smart contracts in drafting tenancy agreements, making different kind of agreements that relates to real estate contracts? How do you utilize it in that sector? Like practical examples of how it can be utilized in that sector. Thank you very much.
Okay. So how it can be utilized, like I said, it's just that most times in all these contracts, it's still the education that matters because most people don't really know about this technology. So we have to embrace technology fully to even enter into this blockchain system. So how can it be utilized? A contract is being made. Most time, maybe highest, the lawyer can be in the background that will bring the terms and conditions because what's really in a tenancy agreement or in a purchase for land agreement, it's conditions, basically conditions, then the signature. So when you accept those conditions, the reason why we were saying blockchain is more preferable is the access to data all the time. Because when you put it in, it's already in the system. Like if you want to now go into a house or you want to buy a land, everything is up there on the system. You will read the conditions, you read the terms and conditions the landlord give you, and once you click it and you've paid the money, the whole document, and I think the ownership becomes yours, and it's something that cannot lost. Then the data is there. It shows that you've paid. The whole system is there. So it just shows you that once you click it and you accept it, just like when you are going through all those apps, and then you click the terms and conditions, it gives you access. That's just how the blockchain is going to work for contracts like that. Once you click this, once you show that you've accepted the terms and conditions, then the ownership or you begin your tenancy. That's basically it. That's how it works.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Lin. So we will proceed still with the questions and answers. So please, if you have a question, just signify by raising up your hand. If you have
All
any
right.
questions for the speaker, kindly raise up your hands, please.
Yeah, Halima, thank you. Lillian, thank you so much. I can't see any hand raised yet, so I want to assume that there are no further questions. But ladies, while I'm speaking and you remember there's something you want to ask question about from Lillian, kindly do raise your hand so she can help you address it. Thank you so much, Lillian, for that great session. And I want to encourage you, ladies, that if you have any aspect that you want clarified, kindly raise your hand so we don't just stay on the call and be waiting and waiting endlessly, right?
Thank you, ma.
All right. So before I hand over to you, Halima, let me just quickly put in some appreciation for the learned silk and then for the representative today before I hand over to you. So Lillian, I want to appreciate you and appreciate the whole team of Omaplex and most especially the learned silk in person of Mr. Atoyebi Moyewa Oyetola. All right, so ladies, Mr. Oyetola Moyowa Atoyebi has been a very strong supporter of this platform, which is educating the next generation of female legal talents into the emerging tech space. Right from the onset of this platform, he's been one of the main pioneer speakers on this platform. He usually avails himself on this platform by himself, except when unavoidably he has matters in the court and it collides with the timing for his session. And then he will make sure that he sends a representative just as he has done today. So I want to say a very big thank you to him in absentia, and knowing that the appreciation will get to him through Lillian, and to appreciate Lillian also for your time and your sacrifice and the expertise you have shared with the interns here today. I appreciate you all. And I ask that the Lord bless and reward you mightily, and reward the learned seal for his great support, for growing and empowering the next generation of female legal talent, and even the legal talent, the next generation of legal talent as a whole. And so thank you so much. And that will be all from my end. So over to Halima to see if there's anyone that has raised a hand. If not, we might want to bring the call to a
Thank you
conclusion.
much,
So
Madam
thank you.
Gora.
Yeah.
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you so
Madam.
much, Ma.
Yes, and Mrs. Lillian, thank you so much too for this interactive session. So, like I said,
Sorry, I want to correct you. I'm not Mrs. I am Miss.
oh, so sorry, my bad. I did not even confirm. So sorry, Miss Lillian. I apologize. Yes.
Fine.
Okay, so ladies, if you have any questions, like I said, kindly signify by raising up your hands. Okay, I want to believe that the session was impactful as well as simple, and it was understood by each and everyone. So,
I think
in the
someone has raised their hand.
okay,
I'm seeing someone's hand.
okay, go ahead. That's Hannah. Go ahead, please. Go ahead with your question.
All right. Good afternoon, and thank you very much for the session. When you were explaining the smart contract, you said that there is no need for a middleman. That unlike the traditional contract where a lawyer is needed or a notary public or something like that, that for a smart contract there is no need for that. So then, what now is the role of lawyers in this smart contract and blockchain?
Like I said earlier, answering the other questions, I think the role, it's not like it's totally eliminating lawyers per se. It's just that in the normal system makes it cumbersome. Like you collect the contract, give the lawyer to do this, give the lawyer to do that before it is being finalized. But right now, the lawyer functions before you as the person that collecting the contract comes in. So when you just accept those conditions, it just become binding on you. So most times, and maybe some of them can give you some days, you can go back, meet your lawyer to review and all. But once you accept that, it's assumed that you've accepted all the conditions there. And in terms of sale of land, it's accepted that okay, you've accepted to buy such property and the ownership becomes yours. So the work of the lawyer for the person selling the land is to create those terms and conditions. Then you buying, when they give you those terms and conditions, you can now give a lawyer to review and all. And then once you accept those conditions, it becomes binding on you and the contract is being executed that way.
All right. Thank you, ma.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Lillian. So let's proceed and go to the next question. So, ladies, quickly, if you have a question, just raise up your hand while I call on you. Okay, it seems that, like I said, that this session was quite impactful and easy to know for everyone. So, in the absence of no question, I will proceed to the announcements for today. So, ladies, hope we are all ready for tomorrow's session too, and we've taken notes of the various activities we're meant to oversee. So now, like I said, you all should make sure you are set for tomorrow's session, and also get set for our knowledge sharing session on X Space by 5 p.m. today. Please make sure you set your calendar, you set the time. It's by 5 p.m. today, a very impactful and knowledge sharing session on X Space by 5 p.m. today. Don't forget to work with your teammates to prepare your article and start for representation on Saturday, which is tomorrow. Articles are to be submitted from now till 8 a.m. tomorrow morning. And also, personal articles are to be submitted next week, Saturday. Ladies, I hope you all are taking note of these deadlines. The personal articles are to be submitted next week, Saturday. And we will also have a career mapping session. You all can afford to miss that session. It's going to be coming up tomorrow, but a template is going to be sent today to the group, so watch out for that. Yes, so basically, please, ladies, make sure you take note of these deadlines. And for your group projects, make sure you meet up and submit from now to 8 a.m. tomorrow. That is the deadline. So, in the absence of no further announcements, I'll call on Madam Deborah for any closing remarks.
Let me
All right,
just
thank you. Okay, go ahead, Lillian.
well, I just want to extend, shall I say, my gratitude on behalf of the Learned Circle, because personally, I'm always so happy. And for you, Madam Deborah, I'm so interested with the fact that you're so interested with young lawyers and young people, bringing up seminars here in, here out, and it's really so intriguing and so nice. So I want to commend the team. I want to also appreciate you also for making it possible that for now it's a female virtual internship. And for many others that you've done, I want to say a very big thank you and appreciate you for doing this for us as young lawyers, as females, and also as young individuals of Nigeria. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lillian. I'm most grateful for that, for the kind words, and I must say we give all glory to God, and I say a very big thank you for taking note of this, and I also appreciate every one of you for the various contributions that you are, making into this whole, making this whole program very valuable. So I appreciate you all in return, and I appreciate God most especially, and thank you. I'm most obliged for these kind words. So thank you so much,
Thank
Lillian. I do
you.
appreciate you too.
Thank you. So,
All right. Thank you. All right, ladies, I don't think I have much things to say anymore. Halimad has concluded on, in the announcements that we have. Kindly prepare accordingly for those various sessions that we have lined up, and know that we're to meet today on the X space for the knowledge sharing session. Don't come to just feed yourself in. Come to also dish out of all that you have learned over the past 2 weeks, to also dish it out to others, right? And I know that one or two persons or several persons will be touched by you for the things that you have learned over the past few days. So tomorrow we'll be concluding with a session, a fireside chat with Mrs. Yemisi Ransom Kuti, and after that we'll have the career mapping session. And I trust that after that, on Sunday, we'll not have the graduation ceremony as a whole. So I believe that this whole edition has been quite impactful, and you have been able to find some, some ways to connect the dots within this emerging tech space, right? And so let's meet at the X space. Make sure you schedule it accordingly in your calendar by 5 p.m. in the next few hours, right? Let's go out there and put ourselves out there. You can do it. You have the power and you have the knowledge already. Remember, do not wait until you have acquired all the knowledge. Nobody knows it all, whether in the emerging tech space or in any space, in the legal space or in any space that you find yourself. What makes you a good person or a good lawyer, or what makes you good wherever you have found yourself, is the ability to be able to know how to get answers to a thing or to a question, to a challenge. It's not about just having that answers readily made in your brain. That's not what just makes you good and you feel that person just knows everything. So if you know where to get everything or know where to get the answers, you're good as well, right? So you have come here to know how to get the answers to the emerging trends in this present digitized world, right? So you are good. So do not wait until you gain all the knowledge, because the thing is that you can't get all the knowledge, right? So as you're getting it, put yourself out there and try to also impact on others. And so in order not to take much of our time, I will just let you go so you can relax and attend to other commitments and your classes and the briefs that you have to attend to before 5 p.m. Please, I wouldn't want us, most times we're always dragging most of you. You don't want to come out there. Please come out there, share your lessons, and also gain more lessons from your fellow colleagues. And don't forget that this platform also is to help you to collaborate, connect with your fellow ladies and see what you can put together. That way, if we can just start working together as women and start changing from our little space, then we won't have reasons to complain in the outer space, because we will know that little by little changes that we are making will contribute to the overall big changes that we need. So if we're waiting for somebody to just make that big change, it won't happen. But remember that the little change that you make, that I make, that every other person on this call and the other members on the platform that couldn't join today, every change that we make in our little spaces, once we combine them, that compounded changes will now lead to that big change that we're looking forward to, right? And so I believe that at the end of the day, we'll have great community of empowered women who are well directed to lead, to be pioneers in this digital economy, to be visionaries, to be trailblazers, to be leaders and actively participating, whether in the legal space, in the tech space, and in every space that they find themselves, and not just adding to numbers in the industries or in the positions and opportunities that they find themselves. So please go out there, know that all you need to be able to succeed is to have that knowledge, act on that knowledge, and the confidence, the boldness to be able to put yourself out there and then, carry out, execute on that knowledge that you have acquired. With all this, you will really be great. It's not about having it all. You can have all the knowledge or the large percentage of the knowledge, but without confidence, without courage, without boldness, without that trust in yourself, you might not be able to gain anything from it. So you should know that whatever level it is you are, that level is good enough for you to put in the confidence, the trust in yourself that you are able, that there are people who are waiting to actually hear and learn from you, and you go out there. Remember, you don't have to mind those who criticize. While some are well-meaning and is intended to help correct you, some could be out of envy and jealousy. Yours is not to sit and start fighting with those who you want to analyze, whether it's out of jealousy or out of love and the rest of it. All you need to do is to shut out every distraction, focus on yourself, and trust in your God to always direct you. Once you are in alignment with God, just go on doing the right thing, and the sky will just be the beginning for you. So ladies, with this, I say a very big thank you to you. Thank you, the great moderator, Halima for today. And then I want to say thank you if Sarah is still on the call, and for every other moderator for the various sessions that we have had. I say very big thank you because you're making your own impact, your own contribution to empowering the next generation of female legal talent. That's because you trust what we are doing here. That's because you've also gotten value at one point or the other during your own edition. And we want to say a big thank you because we know that those little contributions, no matter how little it is, are part of what makes the value that we give on this platform. And we do not take you for granted. We say a very big thank you to you. And for you, the interns, the ladies, phenomenal ladies, every one of us, amazing ladies, for being in attendance, I say thank you because you are the one who is making that value to actually be the value that we're trying to convey. I mean, if we are here with a speaker and there's no one, we won't talk to anybody, right? So thank you for giving us the opportunity to be part of your journey, your professional journey. Thank you for believing in this platform and the grace of God upon this platform that value can actually be conveyed to you. And thank you for humbling yourself to not say that you know it all, but that there's something you can actually gain from every industry expert that has been presented on this platform. And with this, I would say the ones that really align with you, like I always say, be open-minded, flexible, and adaptable. You might not find everything really resonating with you, but I trust that if you were truly open-minded, there are few things you would have picked from here that will help you to be able to connect the dots and be able to chart the uncharted territories in this digitized world, in this digital economy that we are in. And so I commit you all and commend you all to the hand of God Almighty and ask that you will be able to find your feet even faster than the rest of us were able to do, right? And that at the end of the day and every step of the way, we'll always be seeing ourselves on the top. And remember that as women, we don't see, or we shouldn't see ourselves as competitors, but as collaborators in the space. You have any knowledge or any opportunity that can help your fellow woman or even men, please get it out there for them to all key into it, for all to plug into it, knowing that the success of one person does not mean your own downfall. And so if we hold ourselves together as we move up all together, it's always great. The more the merrier up there. And I know that being alone up there can be very lonely, right? So let's pull ourselves up together and let's also allow ourselves to be encouraged and pulled. So don't serve as a weight that once they're trying to pull you, you are dragging the person who is up down. It's not right. So let's all be open-minded, put in our best and help each other grow. Thank you, ladies. So connect with each other, connect with the law firm if you have not connected with us on the various social media platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, which is X, and then Facebook and other platforms, especially on LinkedIn and X, which is Twitter. So if you've not connected with the HILTON Top Solicitors or Deborah Inyone, myself, please do, and then connect with everyone. Connect with all the moderators, Halima, connect with the program coordinator, Sarah, connect with Nzelu and all the moderators and every of the volunteers, those who are serving as community managers, speaking to you, Habiba, on the platform, and several of them. So let's connect and see the collaborations that we can strike together. And in the long run, don't forget the theme for this year edition, Digital Pioneers. In the long run, I'm looking forward to the solutions that you, amazing, phenomenal ladies, will pioneer in this digital space. And the sky is just the beginning to what we can achieve together and even individually. Thank you all. And I say a very big thank you to you, Halima. This is all from me for now. God bless you all.
Wow, thank you so much, Madam Deborah. You have said it all and even a little bit more. I am more than honored to have been able to moderate and give the little I can to the interns and to everyone who has one way or the other been a part of this. I say a very big thank you for Hilltop for giving me the opportunity and giving others, every other female out there, the opportunity to be part of something as great as this. Thank you very much, Ma. And well, let's connect, let's get to know each other on various platforms. And like Madam Deborah said, do not forget to follow Hilton Solicitors on LinkedIn and X Space and every other social media platforms. You do not know what is in store until you are part of the information train. So thank you very much, everyone. I think in the absence of no further announcements, I think the session has come to an end. And do not forget our X space by 5 p.m. today, ladies. Please, let's all be there. And the various deadlines, do not forget them and make sure you submit before the deadlines. And also, your presentations, please connect with your group members and get it ready before the D Day. Thank you so much, everyone. So, Madam Sarah, are you there? Hello, Sarah. Okay, it seems she's not online anymore. So I think Madam Deborah has said this. So ladies, thank you very much for being part of today's session. And again, I emphasize, do not forget about our X space by 5 p.m. Be there. So thank you very much. And I think this counts as the end of today's session. Thank you so much. Goodbye, everyone.